Before we start with this video, if you like videos about online entrepreneurship, about online business, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, get notified every time I drop a new video. There's a new one goes out every week where I'm giving out information about online businesses, giving you updates about my own online business and affiliate marketing that I'm building at the moment. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and get notified. There's also links in the description to my Facebook group and also to my website. So make sure you jump onto those if you want more content like this. Now, let's get on with the video. So if you've been around for a little while, if you've got a business, you're building a business, you've got an existing business, chances are that you know who your ideal customer is. And there's a lot of training out there on this sort of stuff. Some people call it your ideal customer avatar or just your avatar. I think Russell Brunson talks about the Dream 100, which is another variation on it. But the idea is you know who your customer is, right? You know, and if you've done that work well, you not only know who they are, you know what their goals are, you know what their beliefs are, you know what their problems are, and you have a lot of information on those people so that you know who you're talking to and who you're selling to. The part that I think gets less attention is when you turn it around the other way. So you might know who they are, you might know where to find them, you might also know how to find them, but why should they buy from you? What are you doing to make you the one that they're going to buy from to solve that problem? And I think there's a few things that have been top of mind for me this week on that I want to talk about. So if you think about why they buy, there's three areas that I'd sort of like to touch on. First one is the offer. And this seems pretty obvious, right? They've got a problem. You know what that problem is. You've created an offer that solves that problem. And hopefully you've created a really compelling offer that solves that problem. So that is the cornerstone of why they would buy from you. Compelling offer that solves their problem. And if it's an urgent problem, if it's a real pain point for them, if they've got some real challenges, then you solve them. You're in a really powerful position to start with. So the offer is really important. There's a lot of information on the offer. I think there's a lot of training and a lot of information you get out there on it. SAA in particular has some really, really good training on the offer. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. Second element is what we call KLT, which stands for know, like, and trust. People buy from those that they know, like, and trust. So the more that you, through your content, through your interactions, through the way that you conduct yourself with customers and with the market as a whole, the more you can get people to know you a little better, to like and respect you, and to trust you, then the more likely they are to buy from you. And that's the second one. And again, there's a lot on that. The third one that I really want to spend a little bit more time on is what I'm calling positioning. So what is positioning? Positioning is the associations that people make with you or your business or your brand, right? The way they perceive in their mind you and your brand. Now this is a massive area, right? In the corporate space, big companies spend bazillions of dollars trying to understand their customers' perceptions of them and trying to influence those perceptions. It goes into all different parts of the organizations. You know, the content that they put out, the way they structure their business, the type of products they have, even things like the packaging, the physical products, that is, the customer service, the content they have in their messaging, the way that their employees speak. All of those things go to influencing the perception in the customer's mind of their brand, and that is their positioning, right? Now, those three things taken together, the offer, KLT, and your positioning in the market, those three things taken together, I think, are a really, really nice, simplified perhaps a little, but a really, really nice way for people to think about how they try and get the customers, their ideal customers, the people they're trying to reach, how they try and get those people to buy from them as opposed to other people. Right? Those three things. In terms of the training that's out there at the moment, as I said, offer's quite well covered. Across KLT and positioning, I think there's some coverage of it, and I think a really good example of it is those of you who've been around for a little while, who maybe have started working in affiliate marketing or in info products, digital marketing generally. You've probably heard of Rvl, the Rvl method. Rvl stands for results, value. Sorry, I had a mental blank there for a second. Results, value, and lifestyle. So the idea is that the content that you put out, the content that you publish, covers the results that you've got, value, so give people information or knowledge or whatever that helps move them forward a little bit, and lifestyle. Now those three things are clearly focused on building your know, like, and trust, and a little bit to your positioning as well, right? The lifestyle side is clearly the know and like side. Let people know you a little bit more. The value and the results are a little bit around your positioning yourself in the market. But the problem is a lot of people, I think, jump in and go, oh yes, I can do results, I can do value and do lifestyle, and they do it a bit randomly, mix it all in whenever they've got something that comes to mind. There's no real focus, planning, cohesion, congruency behind what they're doing, and I think that's the piece that's missing, and it's certainly the piece that's been missing for me, which I'll talk about in a sec. Right? So what I want to do is I want to take positioning and I want to give you some thoughts, give you some ideas around how you might think about it. Now, as I said, it's a massive, massive area for established businesses. If you, as a solopreneur, try and get your head around the whole thing and approach it in the same way large companies do, you're going to get lost. It just doesn't work. So I want to give you a couple of simple ideas to really focus it down. So let me tell you, when you're thinking about your positioning in the market, let me give you three thoughts. First one is the type of products you sell will help drive your positioning. At a very simple level, high ticket premium products, low ticket commodity products, where you choose to play on that spectrum from the very, very high expensive premium down to the cheapest will influence your positioning. It's your starting point. So if you have super high ticket products, people are going to look at that and purely by price alone are going to make assumptions about the quality level, the premiumness, if that's a word, of your products and of your offerings, and they'll put you at that higher level. And the same works at the lower level at the opposite end. So that's a starting point. Two other things that I think, though, that you can think about, two questions you can ask yourself. And if you ask yourself these questions and give yourself some really good answers to them, then that can really help drive your positioning. First one is, what makes you different? And this goes to uniqueness. It goes to standing out in the market, particularly as an affiliate marketer, but even as an information product owner. You're out there in the market and there are likely to be a lot of other people selling either the same product if you're an affiliate or similar products if you have your own product. So how do you stand out from those people? The great Ian Stanley, who I like to quote from time to time, he said, it's better to be different than it is to be better. And this is exactly what he was talking about. He wasn't talking generally about you don't want to be better. He was talking specifically about your uniqueness in the market. There's a lot of people out there who say they're better. Oh, I'm better than all the competitors. My product's better for this, that, and the other reason. Everyone says they're better. You stand out by being different. So you need to think about what makes you different. What's your uniqueness in the market? That's the first one. The other question is, why should people listen to you? And this goes to authority. So if you're putting yourself out there as a information product owner, as an affiliate marketer, as anyone who is working in the digital product or information product space, authority is really important. People will buy from you or be more likely to buy from you if you are someone that they see as an authority that they can learn from. So the question is, what can you do to establish your authority? Now, this can be a tricky question, particularly for people just starting out. You can doubt yourself. You can be quite unsure about how you can establish yourself as an authority if you're new. Now, if you've got your own product, my assumption would be that you are an expert in the subject matter, so you know what you're doing. Then you need to draw on your background, your knowledge. But even as an affiliate marketer, you need to draw on the same sources, and you need to try and work out how you can bring your background and your particular knowledge to the table. So some questions you might ask yourself. What experiences do you have that are particular to you? What strengths do you have? What are the things that you're really good at? What are the things that you've done dozens and dozens and dozens of times, so many times that you could do them in your sleep? What is the combination of knowledge, experiences, all that sort of stuff that you can bring to the table that is relevant to what you're selling that no one else has? And I guarantee you, if you stop and really think about it, there are things that you'll be able to come up with. No one else has lived your life, right? No one else has done exactly what you've done. And this goes to, not just, I was a bank teller and then, I went into this. There might have been other people who were bank tellers, but people haven't had your specific experiences. Think about stories. Think about knowledge that you've picked up. Think about things that you can bring to the table that will help in your messaging to position you in the market. And if you think about those things, I guarantee you there'll be things that you can bring to the table. If you do that exercise though and you still struggle with it, then get some help. Ask your friends, ask a coach, ask people who you've worked with, colleagues, partners, whatever. Ask them what your strengths are. Ask them what are the things that you do really well, that they think you do really well. And that could be enlightening for you as well. It's certainly an exercise that I've done that I think has been a real struggle. And it's really helped me find that. So ask yourself those questions, and that goes to both uniqueness and to authority. Your background experience, your unique background experience that no one else has, that goes directly to your ability to stand out in the market and your ability to bring authority to what you're selling. Those two things. And that, my friends, that is your positioning. That is the way that you can really bring your positioning out. Now, a very quick advantage for affiliate marketers. If you're if you've got your own product, an information product owner, then you need to bring your own background experience into it to really establish that uniqueness and authority. If you're an affiliate marketer, you can also, on top of that, leverage the authority and the uniqueness of the product you sell. So for example, if I'm an affiliate marketer selling SAA, I can go out there and get a whole lot of testimonials and information and authority from SAA itself and use that, because that's a product I'm selling. So people who are buying that product, they will benefit from the authority and the uniqueness and the value that SAA has. So why not use that as an authority as well? So particularly as an affiliate marketer, and particularly when you're just getting started, great idea to use the authority of the product you're selling. So I hope that's all clear. The key thing you need to do once you've gone through that process of understanding what your uniqueness and authority is, asking yourself those questions, then you need to work out how to feed it through into your messaging. It needs to come out, needs to be consistent in your posts, your value posts, your results posts, your lifestyle posts, everything that you put out there, all your interactions with your customers, consistent reinforcement of your positioning. Why are you different? Why are you an authority or have some authority in this space? Bring those out consistently. And that's how you build that market positioning. And when you combine that with know, like, and trust with a really, really awesome offer, suddenly you've got a hugely compelling reason for your ideal customers to buy from you. I hope that makes sense. The last thing I just want to touch on with this is something called imposter syndrome. Now, imposter syndrome happens when you as a marketer or a product owner lose confidence in your own authority. And it happens to people from beginners to all the way through to hugely experienced people who you would think have all the authority in the world. But they lose, for whatever reason, they lose confidence in that. Start asking themselves questions like, who am I to be doing this? Or why would people buy from me? Who am I to be telling people or trying to teach people? As a new person to the market, sometimes that can be really, really difficult to overcome because you are new, because you don't see yourself as proven, and you really struggle to get over that. Doing the exercise I mentioned a minute ago, which was about asking yourself the questions, digging into your background, finding out what's unique about you, that can really help to overcome it. And that's certainly been the case for me, where you dig into your background, you dig into what your strength and your knowledge and your experience is, and you bring that to the table. And that can really help to boost your confidence. And sometimes it's not an issue of not having the authority. Sometimes it's an issue, it's in your head. Sometimes it's in your head. And that's when you might need to either examine that yourself or get some help, talk to a coach, talk to someone who can really help you understand that value that you bring and have confidence in it. And the thing is, that will shine through when you're putting your content out there and when you're talking to prospects, talking to potential customers. Your confidence in your own authority will shine through. If you like that video, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and make sure you get notified for new videos, which I drop every week. Give us a comment in the comment section. I do read all the comments. I'll reply to any comments that come in, and I would love to see some comments there. And if you want more content like this, then my Facebook group goes into more depth, particularly about the business that I'm building in affiliate marketing. And there's also my website, both of which are linked in the show notes or in the description below. So take a look at those, and I'll see you next time.